You're listening to KEXP at 90.3 FM in Seattle and streaming worldwide at kexp.org. I'm Cheryl Waters down here in the studios with Cuffed Up. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
I'm so happy you're here today and going to play some songs from a couple of fantastic EPs that you've released. I can't wait to talk to you about them, but I'm excited to hear new music.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Cuffed Up live here in the KEXP studios, playing at Barbosa here in Seattle on Friday.
Leave the money on
We're live here on KEXP with Cuffed Up. All right.
Sleepless nights, but hey, how's it going? What's new? How are you? No one really cares, especially not you. So I'll French exit, they won't notice. It's dumb trying to keep up with appearances and I'll run home to the place I know. Cause you're the only one that doesn't make me feel alone. Was fake, but I'm cuffed up now, and this is real love. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. And as I lay there, late at night, I kinda wonder, what the hell did I do right? Cause you, everything about you's totally worth it. You're the closest thing that's ever been to perfect. And they say relationships are hard and love is difficult. Maybe that's unloadable and maybe we're not typical. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not confused. And it's so obvious the way that I feel about you. So I'll French exit, they won't notice. I'm done trying to keep up with appearances. And I'll run home to the place I know. Cause you're the only one that doesn't make me feel alone.
Cuffed Up live here in the KEXP studios. What a massive ending there. And I love the drum explosion at the end of that song. Way to go, Joe. Wow, you all sound so great. It's wonderful to finally see you live. Thank you for coming into KEXP today.
It's an honor to be here. This is a big moment for us.
This is so special.
Thanks so much for having us.
Well, it's super fun to hear a couple of songs from Asymmetry, your EP that just came out last month, and also songs from the EP that came out in February 2020. And I'm sad to say that this is a story I am repeating over and over with artists, but you had a great collection of songs that you had just released. I'm sure you had grand plans, and then everybody had to go home and stay home for a long time, but you found a way to continue to bring music to your fans. You did some really cool versions of these songs. It felt like a really exciting little live concert for your fans. How did you kind of pivot and keep, the energy and the music for the band alive?
Yeah, we had to really try to be creative about being productive during the pandemic. So we got our own rehearsal space. We started writing a bunch of stuff. But even before that, we tried to do these live in at-home sessions to try to keep the some of the music going, but then we eventually started being in the same room together, started on a little bubble, and then started writing.
Yeah. It took a lot. Joe and I spent a long time working on Pro Tools to find a way to stream him playing to us so that we could write together and perform our songs together with as little latency as possible. And it kind of worked, but it was definitely better once we got our own lockout.
I imagine. Yeah. I mean, so challenging, but just a way to stay connected, at least, trying to come up with these new ideas. I know it's worked for some bands, and then others just try to make it work. And it's some bands, that's how they are a band, sending files back and forth, and they're hardly ever in the same room. But the energy that you can have playing together just really can't be beat. And Ralph and Joe and Vic, I understand that you all were kind of fooling around together playing music, and you didn't really coalesce the sound of the band until Sapphire came along and really solidified things. And what was missing? What was the missing piece of the puzzle that Sapphire was able to fill?
Well, first off, I didn't want to sing anymore, so I wanted to find someone to sing, and obviously that plan went downhill. But I think it was March of 2019 is when we started kind of writing a couple of these kind of hooks and kind of just versions of the song, like Small Town Kid and French Exit, but they were total demos. And then we were just trying to find the next person to be in it and to really kind of bring their own awesome spin to it. And then luckily I went to a friend's brunch, our friend Shab, and I heard someone talking about either it was Foles or Fontaines or Idols, one of those.
Definitely Idols. Yeah,
and then I turned around and I was like, I love that band. And then we started talking, and that was the start of it. And then we jammed together at some point, and we met. You saw them play, right? We did a little.
Oh yeah, I saw the three of them play a little show. Ralph invited me to come meet them. Oh, you should meet my bass player and drummer. And so I came, and it was very awkward at first.
Yeah.
But then we got dinner at Fred 62, which is a great place, diner in Los Feliz, and. Yeah. And
the rest is history. And then we started writing together and played our first show, I think, April of 2019. Yeah, 2019. Yep.
So it hasn't been that long. You're all still in the newlywed phase.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I love the vocal interplay between you, Ralph, and Sapphire, so I'm glad that you didn't stop singing completely, because it's just really a special element to the songs, and the fact that you don't necessarily trade off from song to song, but that, you sing together within the songs, and then it's like your guitars are having a conversation. Sapphire, it's too bad you're not that great on guitar.
I'm really sorry. I'm practicing.
It's amazing to watch you play. I mean, you've studied music, haven't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I don't like to use the word stalk, so I'm going to say sleuthing. I did a little sleuthing online, and Ralph, I found out that you're a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And so it's no wonder that your videos are super fun, and I know that you and Sapphire have both directed some of them, but I've really enjoyed watching those. And especially the Bonnie one is really kind of disturbing and wonderful.
Pretty goofy.
Yeah. Tell me about creating the videos. I mean, it must be fun, to come together as a band and do that, and especially when that's, the work that you do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a love, passion thing of mine. In addition to music, since high school, I even took music video production classes in high school. Shout out Mr. Dent, DP High School. But yeah, we basically, the Bonnie video, the song, I wrote the song from like a perspective of Bonnie, from Bonnie and Clyde in this like weird parallel universe where Clyde leaves Bonnie for dead. So I was like, okay, obviously I'm singing the song. I think I got to play Bonnie. And fully embraced it, and it was fun. And Sapphire played Clyde, and I wanted it to stick out. Whenever you'd scroll down and be like, that looks kind of interesting. And then click on it, and it's me as Bonnie and us trying to, live a normal life pretty much in the music video.
I also noticed, I've watched a lot of your videos, and at least 3 of them, Canaries, which makes sense, and Terminal and Bonnie, there's birds tweeting at the beginning and the end. Is there some significance there? Joe looks like he's like, no, I don't know about that.
I haven't watched the videos yet.
This is awkward because I don't think, he hasn't seen himself. I think it was Ben, our director of Terminal, was also producer on My and Bonnie, and he loved the cold Canaries, aesthetic and birds. So we decided like, hey, let's just add the bird sounds into each music video. So it ended with the bird sounds with Sapphire's video that she directed for Canaries, and then I added it at the beginning of mine, and then Ben directed Terminal, and he added birds at the beginning of his too.
Well, those were the first 3 videos I ever watched, and so I thought maybe it was going to be a thing, and every video you ever made was going to have that. And was that our good friend Brian O'Bear I saw in the Terminal video?
Yeah.
Yep.
Brian's the best. We had a chance to play with Silver Sun pickups for a couple of shows.
Right before the Panini happened, we played 2 shows with Silver Sun pickups and had the best time. We filled in last minute. We found out that day or the day before that we were going to play a couple shows with them, and had so much fun. They're an amazing band.
The nicest people, the nicest human beings.
You nailed it. So talented and so sweet. We've had them here many, many times.
Yeah.
We love them. Well, you've had a great West Coast tour, and you're wrapping up playing at Barboza here in Seattle on Friday and the Bunk Bar in Portland. And has it been fun?
So fun.
It's been great.
Yeah. Kind of winded at the end here, but really fun. Good. Well, I'm so happy you made time to stop by today. Cuffed Up's here live in the KEXP studios, and thank you so much. That was so fun. Thanks,
Cheryl.
Thank you.
It was honestly an honor for us. So.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
We're kind of freaking out inside.
Yeah, we were geeking out when we walked in. We're like, wow, this place is huge.
It's just as great in person as it is on TV, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, it's magical.
Yeah, well, we try to make it very, very friendly and comfortable for the artists, because you're really what matters the most here. And we appreciate your time and all your hard work and the great music that you share with us.
Thank you.
And we appreciate our donors who support all of this. And thanks to everyone who tunes in and supports KEXP and bands like Cuffed Up. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.